Self-Love is the New Sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts. I want to say hello, welcome, and thank you to everyone out there for hanging out with me for another episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And today's episode will be brief, but kind of fun and powerful because this hit me early this morning while I was kind of in the planning stages of doing the episode for the day. And I was reminded about working with a client last week, and something that seemed so simple to me because I've used it for quite a while now actually is getting great results for this particular client. So it hit me this morning that I should probably share it. So I will. And what is that? It's whenever you're in the place where you're stuck or you're bored and life, your job, your passion has kind of become restless, then there's one simple thing that you can do to kind of move yourself out of that place, because it happens to all of us. We all get to a point. It happens to me, I know, quite often. I'm no different than you guys, where I just kind of get in a rut where I'm like, I find my routine, I've got my rhythm going, and then all of a sudden I start to get bored and I start to look other places and I'm not as inspired as I normally would be. What do I do? And what can you do when you find yourself in that place? Because again, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us somewhat frequently. What do? Here's one quick and simple, easy thing that we all can do. And I can attest I do it and it works. That is this: do something new. Try something new. Try something you've never done before, or try something that you've done before or you started before but didn't complete. So let me give you some ideas. Again, if you've listened to some of my past episodes, one of the things that I've started new is YouTube videos. Now, I've done it in the past and it was okay then. I had fun doing it, but then I didn't feel inspired to do them anymore, so I stopped doing them for a while, and then I did them sporadically. And then all of a sudden, I've now gotten into my rhythm with the podcast. I've gotten into my rhythm with coaching. I've gotten into my rhythm with some other activities that I like investing. And so now, once I find my rhythm, my mind likes to stay busy. It likes to work. I'm very adventurous. So I like new things. I like new challenges. So I've been led, and then one of my advisors said that you need to get on YouTube. You need to do videos. You need to reach more people. And that's what I'm seeing you're supposed to do. So I sat with it for a while. And then I agreed. I said, yeah, you know what? It is time to go back to YouTube and do some videos. So I was planning, started to put together a little workspace area for me, and started to get my thoughts wrapped around it. And then last week, I shot my first couple videos. And now I'm starting to find my rhythm there, figure out how I want to move forward. So that's something new that I started to help keep me inspired, to keep me moving, to keep me learning. Because oftentimes when we're bored, it's because we're no longer learning. We tend to, our minds like challenges. Our minds like new things. Now, is there some advantages to finding that rhythm, finding that flow and staying in that for however long you feel necessary? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's what I usually do is I like to find my rhythm, find my flow, find, how I want to manage things. And then once I get that going, then it becomes easy for me to do those on a daily basis because your subconscious mind takes over a lot of those activities and it reminds you and it starts to give you ideas, the inspiration's there, the energy's there, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. And then, again, our minds are so powerful that it says, okay, hey, I've got this for you. I've got this laid out for you. What else you got? What else do you want to do? What else you want to try? And then that is the time when that boredom comes up because you haven't planned or you haven't thought or you haven't decided you wanted to do something new. So now you say, oh, I'm bored, I'm complacent, or you become listless, your attention starts to wander. And then attention wandering is actually a good thing because wherever your attention's starting to wander, there might be a clue as to what you want to try next. So I'll give you another example from my life. So I've got all my other balls up in the air and they're moving fairly fluidly, making progress, happy, doing what I want to do. Then money and investing started to come into my mind. I started thinking about it a lot. Next thing you know, I started researching it online. Next thing you know, I started following people and learning what they were doing, how to make money, even when the market's not doing well. So I became intrigued. Well, what happened? That became my next new thing. So then I joined a group. I joined a course, started to learn the strategies and how about the market, about day trading, how to do it. And now, 4 months later, I'm actually doing it myself every day and I'm learning every day. And so that is another new thing for me. I'd never done that before. And so now, with the great capacity that we have in our minds to handle more than we think we can handle, I've added that to my daily routine so that, again, I'm keeping it fresh. I'm being inspired. Again, it was something that was interesting to me. And again, who doesn't want to learn how to make money, and I'll be honest with you, at this point, I'm not, because it is harder than a lot of people like you may think or people may make it seem. But there are days, like say for every day I make money, I probably lose money 3 or 4 days. So, but I'm getting better every week. So I see the progress. And there will be a point soon where I'll be making more money every day than I'm losing every day. And then that's when I really get excited because, again, it's fun. So it's enjoyable. So, again, if you find yourself in that space where you're just kind of bored, you're kind of checking out, you're kind of not sure what that next thing is, then the one way to break out of that boredom is just very simple. Do something new. It can be, create some art. It can be going to a museum. It can be introducing yourself to someone new at work or in a group that you're a part of, or someone you see anywhere. Meet someone new. It can be, again, just start asking yourself the question, if I had the time or right now, what inspires me? What would I like to do next? What would challenge me right now? What would give me new life right now? What would make me feel special? Or how can I help someone else right now? What can I do to help someone else right now? So those are some questions that can get the wheels turning, that can give you some ideas into what that something new will be that will, again, use more of that very expansive mind share that you have, because you have these other things working. Now, if these other things in your life aren't working really well, then those are some areas that you can look in and ask those questions relative to that specific place in your life that you recognize is not going the way that you want it to. So what new can you do in that particular aspect of your life that can get you out of that rut, can potentially move you forward, can teach you something new, so that you can then get back into that space where it's fresh, it's creative, it's fun, and you're really serving and on point with that aspect of your life again. So again, whatever it is, wherever you find yourself, if you're not feeling inspired, then it's very simple. Do something new to get yourself out of that rut. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here on that note. Everybody have a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Continue to hang out with me. Wherever you see me, find me, send me a note. Let me know how things are going for you. Again, it's a conversation. It's just not a monologue. It's a conversation. I enjoy interacting with you all. So I look forward to speaking with you all again very soon. Bye now.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.